Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. So in this video, I'm just going to be going over basically watch lists that I have that I haven't tended to in a while, just to see if there are any tickers that stand out as being of interest potentially to maybe enter a trade later or perhaps this coming week. And if you're new to the channel or if you're just looking for a specific ticker, I will probably partition this stream into chapters. So if there's a ticker you're looking for, check the timeline. You might find it there. I might also be releasing clips of this going over the analysis of the individual stocks. And if you do have any requests, you can put them in the live chat if you're here joining me now. But if you're watching this after the stream, you can comment with a request and I can go over a ticker later. And this is really just to get myself in better practice, preparing for the week and thinking about all of the opportunities that may present themselves, being ready for them. And so, yeah, and I'll be doing these streams every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And ticker requests welcome. And really, I'm just sharing my thoughts. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just somebody who likes fooling around on YouTube and thought I'd start streaming technical analysis. I'm also somebody who really enjoys technical analysis, but could use more practice and encouragement with it. And so I thought streaming would be a good way to do that. So I'm just going to dive into Webull that I have behind me. And this is just the watch list that, let's see, includes 113 stocks. I pretty much turned off my alerts for a little while, and so I'm not really sure where any of these things are. And so I thought it'd be a nice way, streaming this would be a nice way to kind of go through this list and maybe offer some interesting ideas. And so, I'm just going in alphabetical order, but if there's a ticker you'd like me to go over, just request it in the chat. I'd be happy to do that. So the first one, I just got a bunch of these ARK ETF funds here, which, blew up. Everybody was like, going crazy about them in 2021, but that was like the peak for a lot of them, and they just came down. So I'm probably not really too interested in these because I'd rather trade actively than just put money in one of these funds or trade one of these funds. But, I thought, I'll just go through this list and maybe there's something that stands out. And so what I have on the chart is weekly chart showing candles up top and then the RSI, relative strength index, on the bottom, trying to use that more to better assess if it's a good time to enter or exit a position. And also, I should note that while I'm doing this, this is I don't know if you can see it, casual stream. So hope you're enjoying yourselves. Crack one for me if you're partaking. But yeah, just a casual Sunday night, getting ready for the week. And so looking at this chart, what I would probably do, I probably wouldn't really trade this, but it does look like the RSI is coming down. Now this is on the weekly. On the daily, it's probably below 30. On the weekly, coming down. And if you look at like whenever the RSI bounces, like here there's a low in the RSI and then it goes up. Chart does the same thing. So, while the RSI is low here, it's possible there could be a bounce. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles. Something I learned recently from Gareth Soloway's channel is that trades like this happen, or trends tend to happen in sevens. So this has been 7 weeks of a downtrend, 6 weeks of a downtrend. So it's possible this coming week might be showing the bottom for that. If we look at the daily, there's this big drop here, it looks like. So it's just been going down for a little while. But looking at the weekly, let's see. I might see about... so like there's this point here. Looks like that low $24. There's a bounce there. Stock's at about 25, so it's possible that $24. Let's see, and I have an alert set at $24, but I might actually adjust that alert to be 24.25, or maybe 24.25, and that's below. Because maybe there's a nice little bounce, go from 24. The high here was around 38. I would think though that it'd probably come into some resistance at this little bottom here, so I might put a line there as well, but I'll color that one. I guess I'll color it green. That's the take profits level. But yeah, so this is something interesting. In looking at, let's see, I might put a trend line on the RSI to see if there's something that's here. Yeah, so let's see. So yeah, with this, and I can fudge this around a little bit, trying to get it to maybe right. Yeah, I totally fudged around with that, but it does look like around this area the RSI could be bouncing, which would mean that the stock price would go up. So yeah, I think that's potentially interesting. Got the alert set. Let's see. I imagine all of these will be about the same. One thing I guess they're all pretty cheap. ARKW is about $50 a share. ARKG, half of that, only 25. And let's see, are there options with this? Yeah, they're monthly. No, they're weekly. So could potentially trade options on this if you wanted to get more than 100 shares. But yeah, I mean, I think if this crosses that level, 24.25, maybe I'd pick up a couple shares and make a few dollars on it if it bounces up here. That'd be more than a few dollars, but less than 20. But that's, small gains are better than losses or no gains. Let's see, ARKK. Yeah, I'm probably just going to skip all of these. I might do ARKX just because it's so cheap. Let's see, weekly. This is like a newer one. It's supposed to be like a space one, but it includes I think John Deere and stuff like that. So if we look at this on the weekly, it just came down, that's it. But yeah, looking at the RSI, maybe there's a trend here. Again, just fudging around. Yeah, so maybe there's a bounce there, but just looking at the daily, if I can't zoom all the way out, I think I need to make it not auto. Oh wait, maybe it is auto. Okay, yeah, I need to be able to here. Yeah, so to see this, all of this, let's see, I've got it all there. Okay, and so maybe there's trend line from here off of this low, or not necessarily the low, but the bottom's there. Yeah, so maybe this has a little bit more to drop. Let's see, this candle's interesting, the one that dips down here. The low for that day is 1281. So I will set an alert. I'm actually just gonna move this alert. It's probably it's 1281. So yeah, if it does drop to where that candle dipped before, which seems like that might happen, that could be a nice opportunity to grab some. Well, let's see, I might actually change it to just 13, just make that rounder. Yeah, but I'm not really that interested in these, so I'm not going to look at them too much. SARK, which is the short ARK ETF. Yeah, so that's gone up a good amount. It's possible this could come down from this point. So, yeah, because it's gone up. Yeah, but who knows? I'm going to continue on to some stocks. Here's AMD. I don't know why I have this purple line here. I might have some stuff on these charts from earlier, playing around with them. But yeah, the RSI is kind of in the middle here. It does look like there could be a pullback, but it could also continue upwards. So I'm not really that interested in this one. Also $100 a share, kind of pricey. I don't have a big budget, so UAVS, yeah, apparently paid a lot of attention to this before, had a lot of lines on it, and what happened was it looks like the stock died. So yeah, I don't think I'll be doing any analysis on this. It's probably just, yeah, surprised it's even still listed. 15 cents. Yeah, it looks dead. I'm actually going to remove this from my watch list. So yeah, don't have to deal with that anymore. Airbnb. Let's think about that. This stock. Let's see. RSI's low. This is on the daily. It's around 36. Does look like, maybe you got these 3 peaks here. So, maybe there's, let's see, maybe there's some support right around here. Yeah. All these touch points. And yeah, so I'm actually just going to put one at the bottom here. And yeah, so it's possible there's some support there. So maybe this will bounce. I guess, where do I think it might go? See this candle here. The high is 141.08. So I might put an alert. Let's see. Create an alert. $141.08. I'll just do 141. And I'll delete these other ones. Delete. I might leave that below 80. Who knows? But yeah, and then I guess well, something that's interesting about this is if I draw a line from this, one of these peaks here, coming down. Maybe this is forming a little bit of a wedge, so maybe there'd be a bounce up to, yeah, this actually, excuse me, I might adjust this to 140, and it's a little bit lower, kind of a psychological round level, and so, that would then be bumping into that wedge if it did come up. So yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. I probably won't be partaking in this, but yeah, just worth noting. Alcoa, let's see, I've got a bunch of lines on here. Might actually go to the weekly. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like there could be some support here. There was some support in this area. So, yeah, maybe that support, there's a little, served as resistance here, support here, coming down. So, yeah, this could potentially be interesting. I might, let's see. I don't know. Things tend to always go lower than I expect before they go up. Also, what's interesting about this, the RSI on the weekly is just about 35, 34.72. On the daily, it's 41. So I was expecting it to be lower. But yeah, so that's Perhaps there's going to be a bounce here. Yeah, I mean, I would say I might put an alert at 25. Looks like I already got an alert at 25. I'd actually... See, make sure, yeah, alert's on. So, yeah, I'll be alerted if this goes below 25. If it does, that might be a good entry. I have no idea. It's on my watch list. All right, Baba. All right, let's see. I'm going to do auto, so. Got all these earnings. Let's see. Weekly. Move this box. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not going to go near this one, but it's on the list. So yeah, I guess I have an alert for 58. I might actually change that to 60 just to be around. And that, let's see, where does that go? Yeah, it's basically this bottom here, but I feel like 65 is probably more of a realistic bounce. So I'm going to put an alert 65. All right, and Amazon, this monster. Let's see, this is the weekly chart. I don't know, this looks like, I mean, there could be some of a bounce here. Looks like it's kind of started to bounce, but then you got this like big topping tail, looks like. So yeah, I'd be curious to see what happens with it next week. But I'd expect this to continue down. Doesn't look too strong. But yeah, on the daily, yeah, I mean that seems like it's a bounce. This red candle from Friday. Yeah, I'd stay away from it. That's what I'm going to do. AMA. This is Apollo Medical Holdings. Yeah. Doesn't look too exciting. Apple. Apple's always... yeah, it looks like on the daily, this might be, kind of looks like Amazon, you know, and turning around. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to go long on that. Here's another medical one. I think it's medical. I'm not really sure. These are stocks that have been in this watch list for a while. I'm not really sure I want all of them in here. But yeah, this looks, I don't know. It's a lower high. So that's not necessarily good, but you know, this kind of makes me think about how Bitcoin had the second high and then came back down. That was just so yeah, I don't know. I'm not too interested in this. All right, Archer. This is like air taxi type thing. Wow, they used to be a lot higher. Kind of came down. RSI looking at the daily. 3 candles coming down. Maybe there'd be a bounce after that, but I'm not sure. Hey, and if any of you are watching this live, drop some emojis or something in the live chat so I know you're there, or request a ticker. But yeah, so here's another stock. I feel like the other ones I've gone over are a little more interesting. Let's see. This looks like a dead stock. Yeah. RSI suggests that it's oversold, but it keeps going down. So yeah, not too interested in that one. I might actually. Let's see. I might remove this from watch list there. Not too interested. Arrival, I believe these are like electric buses. This is kind of cool. Trading around $1. RSI was recently oversold. There's no real oversold here, and the price is, you know, about the same as it was then. Come up a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know. This seems like it might be kind of risky. Astra, space stock, rockets. Yeah, RSI on the daily below 30, weekly below 30, monthly approaching 30. But yeah, it looks like it's just going down. So this might be a risky one. Avis, ticker symbol CAR. Let's see. Well, there's kind of a little bit of a trend here, maybe. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting because there's a bounce here, gone through here, but still, you know, for the most part, respected that, bounced around here. It looks like this might come back down some, maybe to retest that. And so that would be around 166. So I might put an alert at 166. I want it to be below. Oh man, did I make the other ones above? They should have been below. All right, and below 75. I don't know that that's gonna happen. So, yeah, there's my alert there. I might actually, yeah, I'll leave it out. Well, maybe it takes longer to get there than the trend line's higher. So I'll do 167. So there's that. What are the other ones that I did? I think I did ARC-G. Got this. Is it below? Okay, good. I think I did one on ARC-X as well. Is this below? Good. Alcoa, I believe I did one as well. Below. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, then I'll come back to, you know, just on CAR. Here's Arrow. This around $2. There's a recent bounce. It looks like, I mean, it's possible this could continue up, but I could also come back down, maybe double bottom and then go up. So, you know, but this is probably a little risky. So I don't know that I'm too interested in it. Yeah, so I guess I'll put an alert at 1. Let's see, what was the low on this day? Low on this day was 1.81. So yeah, maybe I'll do an alert at 1. What's going on? Oh, gotta turn this on. Delete this one, and I'll do 1.85. So should be alerted if it, you know, maybe does a double bottom. It goes back up. Bax. So this was, I actually don't know too much about this company. This was pointed out by, you know, Gareth Soloway as kind of being a counter trade to, I think like different like ways to lose weight, be healthy, something like that, and yeah, or some kind of diet thing. But I think this is like more of a medical way to healthcare products. So as far as health and diet, I think is what this is supposed to be about. So acute chronic dialysis therapies, sterile. Yeah, I don't know anything about this kind of stuff, but yeah, it just came down recently. And let's see, is there a reason to think that this is a bottom? Okay, so we've got, let's see, the bottom. Let's see this candle here, which also goes with that bottom there. Yeah, so right around this level. So I think I have an alert set for 33, 32. If it's above that. But yeah, I think I could, add one for being below 31. Maybe that would be an interesting entry. But yeah, the RSI looks like it's oversold. That's on the weekly. And the daily also, monthly, oversold below 30 on the RSI. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, and this is really cool. This is really cool. So you have, this was resistance back here, served as support over here. Once it came back down, broke through that, served as resistance, then support here that it looked like it broke through a little bit. Now we're back at that point. So yeah, this could be pretty interesting. And like the last time the RSI was, other than this little bit right here, earlier in the year, the last time the RSI on the monthly was below 30. It was back in 2015 after this huge drop, big gap there. And yeah, so it went from around $31 up to almost 90. So that's almost tripling. So yeah, this is potentially very interesting. Yeah, so I hope I get alerted on this. BlackBerry. Let's see. And I'm gonna check the phone to see if anybody's watching. I imagine nobody's watching. Yeah, well, I'm just going to keep going with this. BlackBerry. All right. This is the monthly again. Let's look at the daily. And it looks like it's coming down a lot. It's oversold quite a bit, it seems, with the RSI being 20.5. The last time it was here was the end of 2022, almost a year ago, and it went from about $3, $3.17, up to high on this day was 4.78. It was about 2 months later. So yeah, this is interesting. Let's see, is there like some support or something that I can? Yeah, I mean, the current price, I wonder, what do the analysts say about this? Hold, current price is lower than the lowest. Analysis based on 9 analysts. Yes, this is kind of intriguing. Let's see on the weekly, what's this look like? Let's see. I think maybe setting an alert at 3.2. Create an alert. Let's see. Below. Actually, here, delete this one. This one I don't need. 3.2. So if it does go a little bit lower, which might happen. Yeah, maybe I'd pick up some. I don't know. But I might actually change this to 3.25. Maybe that's better psychologically. Thinking about a quarter of a dollar. Yeah, all right. Black Sky. Man, I believe I made money holding this previously. But I got out of it right before a big drop. I'm not sure when that drop was. This is the weekly chart. Yeah, it had to have been, before this whole mess. Let's see, looking at the daily. Could be reversal, could be coming back down. But actually, this green candle maybe suggests that's the bottom. It's going to go back up. I don't know. I'm going to be staying away from this. Blink charging. $3. Yeah, it just looks like it's going down, so maybe maybe there's some interesting stuff here. Nope. Maybe there's a longer trend line here. Yeah, maybe it's getting towards that. I don't know if this is significant at all. I have no idea. All right, Boeing. RSI turned around. Ooh, this big drop here. Maybe it's going to form a double bottom. I know it could. There's a lot of room for it to drop more. Has that been support in the past? What I think is this could probably drop lower given that you have this bit of resistance here, which coincides with resistance over here, so that might serve as support. That's around 170, so I might set an alert at 171. Ooh, below 171. I'll delete these other ones. So yeah, if it comes down to here, actually what's the high on this day? 175 might be, that was an alert that I previously had. I might do 174. All right. This one. I think I've made some money swinging this, but it was very risky. I always remembered. Yeah, it looks pretty flat. Looks like, oh, all depends on the scale. This is the weekly chart, I should note. There was this bounce here. Could that continue? That was a bounce from like 20 cents to now 40, so it doubled since then. Then yeah, look, when the RSI was here, this is the daily. The price was, let's see, the low on this day was about 61 cents. And then within a couple of weeks, it ran up to, doubled. So yeah, it's crazy. You could double your money with this, but then it comes crashing down. So yeah, risky. So maybe I'd put an alert at 20 cents. Comes back to test its prior low. Maybe it'd form a double bottom and then continue up more. Who knows? But yeah, this seems risky. Go EV, Canoe. This one on the daily. RSI is below 30. Is there any reason there might be some support there? No, this is the lowest it's ever been. So yeah, it seems like it's a little bit risky, but yeah, little bit risky. Clean Energy Fuels Corporation. All right. So there was recently this bounce when the RSI was below 30 just for a day. But the real low was on this day. And yeah, it's about not much lower than it is now. So yeah, this might not be. Oh, let's see. Is there support around here? Seems like there might be some support around $3. So I might set an alert for myself around $3. I already had one set. So yeah. So it does look like there's some support with that, with a touch over here, kind of over here as well, serving as support here. So I guess because the alert is not a solid line going across, I might put one going across as well, right around $3. Yeah, so if we look on the monthly, I don't know why I have all these lines here. Wow. Yeah, this seems like kind of coiling up. Actually, just do parallel line. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just seeing if anybody's checking out this stream. Probably not. I don't really promote this too much just because it's, really just for me to try to get in better habits before the week, preparing for the week. But yeah, anyways, CleanSpark. This is a stock that I'm really interested in. It's Bitcoin mining, but they do more, renewable energy stuff, more energy efficient mining. So of the mining stocks, this one's intriguing. But yeah, I think that Bitcoin's going to come down a lot more before it makes new highs. So, and with that, I think mining stocks will come down. But yeah, let's look at this on the daily. RSI could be lower. Yeah, so not sure how I feel about this. Apparently I've got a bunch of alerts set here, so I'll be paying attention to it. All right, Cleveland Cliffs. I think this is like metals or something. I don't know. I forget, or mineral something. I don't know. I think maybe it's steel. I think it's steel. Yeah, RSI is right in the middle. So nothing too compelling about this. Clover Health. I believe I made some money with this, but I think I also lost some money with this. So I think maybe net positive, but not by an impressive amount. But yeah, it used to be a lot. I'll have a lot more going on. I'm just going to delete all these lines. Sorry. Yeah, let's see. RSI is low. Could be lower. Yeah, nothing stands out terribly to me. It's about around $1, dollar a share. So maybe if it goes much lower, maybe it would have to do a reverse split or something. So yeah, I don't know. Coinbase. Look, I drew this wedge up here, and then it, let's see, immediately broke through it. Let's see. Yeah, I think a lot of crypto stuff's gonna come down more before it goes up more. So, not too interested here. CPSH. Let's see. There have been, yeah, not too intrigued by this. This is CrowdStrike, which is, I believe, like cyber security or like computer security, something like that. And it does look like it did just cross over the 70 RSI. Looks like there's like a spinning top, topping tail, didn't close above that candle's wick. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be turning around. So I would expect it to come back down. So I will not be going long on this. Yeah, and I probably can't afford puts on it or anything. And I don't really like to risk it with that stuff because I'm not that great with options. Dollar General, this was talked about by Gareth Soloway last week or the week before, I think last week. And yeah, he was thinking it might come down to $1. It was around $1.02. Then it had this pop, little, I think it's a dragonfly doji or close to a dragonfly doji. Yeah, so maybe this will come back down. I think I have some alerts set here in case it comes back down. But yeah, this is, you know, why is this, there's got to be like some support over here. I guess it's like, you know, this little peak here or something served as support. Potentially serving as support. But yeah, it would have been, I was contemplating getting, you know, not much, but a small position last week. And, you know, it would have been nice. It would have made 8% or something. I think it's 9% on Friday. So yeah, that would have been nice. But yeah, I didn't partake. Let's see, DraftKings. This seems like, I'm surprised they have lines around here because I drew these a while ago. So I don't know why that would be. But yeah, this is, you know, RSI right around 50. And it seems like it's gone up quite a bit. Excuse me. So I think I'd probably stay away from this. But, you know, I don't know. EHang. This is also like little helicopter drone type things that you can fly around in. It's a Chinese company. We'll look at this green candle. Shot up, opened up really high, and then came down. So yeah, maybe this would, you know, have a follow-up bounce going up more, but you know, it seems risky at this point, especially with this gap here. So yeah, not too interested in that. Solo, Electra. Americanica vehicles. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is 50 cents though. Does look like it's had some support around 50 cents. RSI recently did dip below 30. Let's see what it's like on the weekly. Yeah, I don't know. Tough to say. Sol, this is solar energy. Yeah, I don't know. Etsy, got a bunch of lines on this. All of my lines are basically just doodles because I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm learning a lot. Maybe sharing some ideas helpful. Let's see, RSI was recently below 30, didn't really have a bounce. Did have some support and resistance over here. So, yeah, look at that. Yeah, so this could be a bottom for it. I think what I might do, just to play it safe, I will create an alert at 60, thinking that it will not go that low. But maybe it does. But yeah, that would, let's see if I can get this. Yeah, that would coincide with the some peaks and some support over on the left side of the chart. So, this could be right around support now. But yeah, at least I'll look at the monthly. Yeah, I don't know. All right, FedEx, wow. This looks scary. It's like just nosedive. But, the RSI is right around 30. I would think that, maybe there's some support here. But, this is an expensive, good amount of money per share. So, you could have more downside, could go up more. I'm not sure. To just have earnings. Yeah, and so because the stream's been going for about 48 minutes, I might just go through the Fs on this list. And then there's one stock that I want to go over at the end that I think is interesting. But yeah. All right, so Fisker, electric vehicle, electric SUV. All right, this is, RSI right around 50. I don't really know what it might do, so not too interested. Fuel cell. Again, RSI right around 50. It has gone up from this low, but then, it just kind of went down. So, yeah, I feel like there's probably more downside to this. I think I'd stay away. Futures FinTech. RSI is low, but not too interested in this one. All right, yeah, so those are the Fs. And so what I might do is look at some other stocks. So let's see if I can, we'll do this, American. Yeah, so this American Airlines has earnings Thursday morning this week. And let's see, be nice. I don't know how to check the chat on the computer. I meant to figure out how to do that before opening this up, but I forgot how to do that. I don't know how to do that. yeah, so let's look at this chart. Looking at the weekly, this was pointed out to me. Actually, you could even do the monthly. Pointed out by Gareth Soloway that really from this pivot point here, this point that was in 2011, he connected a line from here to over here, and that is where basically we see the candle for the month now, but he didn't do it based on the month, he did it based on the weekly, and we'll see if I can fit it all in here. It's tight fit. Yep, so that's all in there. So I actually extended it back to 2008, so this would have been, the financial crisis. Look at that huge, come down from there. But yeah, so from that low, which connects in 2011, again in 2020, so the pandemic lows, and then, we're back there at that line almost. There's earnings on Thursday. It's come down since July, so that's past, let's see how many months. Past few months. We're in October now, so 3 months of down, and then whatever happens with October, we'll see at the end of the month. But yeah, with earnings, it seems like maybe this trend line will serve as support, and this will go up. So that's what I'm counting on. I do have not a terribly large position, but I do have a position in American Airlines that, I'm intrigued by it to see what happens on Thursday. What I'll probably do is sell a covered call that expires this week, which hopefully make a little bit of money on that. If that expires in the money, I'll make some profit, and I might also buy a call that expires not this coming week, but the week after. If there is a bounce with earnings, I could sell it on Friday or sell it Thursday because earnings are before open on Thursday. But yeah, this seems like a really interesting trade. I do have one that I've kind of put on my list from last week, which maybe I'm gonna really regret this. I don't know, but ChargePoint. It's never been this low before, so it's risky in that sense. It's just been coming down, down, down. I should actually probably move this line to there now. Yeah, but the RSI, let's see, on the daily, below 30. On the weekly, below 30. On the monthly, the month's not over, but this is pretty low. Whenever there is a low, there tends to be a bounce. So, these lows keep getting lower, though, with the RSI. So it's tough to know how much this will bounce. This is a risky trade. So I kind of look forward to getting out of it. But I am intrigued by it. Another one that I guess is kind of similar to ChargePoint because it's new technology and kind of in early stages. Having partnerships with I think Mercedes and Volvo. So it seems like it's a pretty cool company, growing company. And let's see. Maybe we're at support here. I don't know what these lines are that I drew. Oh, yeah, just right there. So hit new lows just below $4 this past week. RSI was low over here in September, the end of September. And, we're kind of in that range. Does look like here, though, this is daily. Got this little, wedge there. So maybe that's something. Maybe that breaks out of that. Hycroft Mining. This is one that I think is pretty interesting because it's trading well below $1. And the company is supposed to, if trading below $1, on the 12th, so last week, it's supposed to be delisted, but there was potential talk of an extension before that deadline needed to be hit. And so, I'm on the sidelines with this. I was expecting it to drop, especially because new lows were made. Previously, the low was 28 cents, but then a new low of 26.01 was made on it's October 4th. And so, yeah, I drew this parallel line because we have been trading in this channel for a while. It does appear that on the daily that we broke out of it, but I'm being cautious. I'm not super convinced that we're out of this, because maybe I suck at drawing. Maybe I didn't draw this channel that correctly. I mean, I could adjust it, let's say, to the peak here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're out of it. But yeah, we're not like terribly, it wasn't a strong breakthrough. We're just kind of hanging out around that edge. And if we look at it on the weekly, it doesn't really look like we broke out of that channel on the weekly. So, I'm cautious of this, but I do think that, these are two lines that I have down here, and then this parallel. So I guess these are all parallel lines. It looks like there's been this wedge following this squeeze, which would have happened, I think, in relation to AMC buying some of Hycroft Mining. And so, yeah, there's this, it looks like this wedge trading in this channel. And so it does look like we're probably going to break out to the upside soon. But, it could drop before doing that. And so, yeah, I'm skeptical with this one. But yeah, look at that. Monthly. So, yeah, and then I guess, because I haven't been doing this for an hour. Got a few minutes left. I might just go AMC. And so looking at this on the daily, we were going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row. Kind of had this nice, upward trend. But then on Friday, it just tanked. And it closed at max pain, which is, market maker's dream, I guess. So that was a little bit disheartening to see. But one thing, as you can see, I've got all these lines here. I think I was looking at the weekly that, there's this, looks like this wedge, and we're trading within that. And then looking at the RSI on the weekly, there's this trend line here. We did break through that, but the RSI on the weekly, let's see what that is. It's right around 30, so we did dip below 30. It just seems like it's really undervalued right now. And so I'm really intrigued by this. I've been holding it for a while. I've managed to get my average down quite a bit, accumulating in this area. You see all this volume. And so that kind of suggests to me that, while there was this big drop, people are selling here because, fear, whatever, they think this is going to keep going down. But those shares that are being sold, they're being bought up, and, there's a lot of accumulation being done here. So that makes me think that we are getting ready to, break out of this wedge, or perhaps just, test the upside here. Before maybe coming back, maybe break out of this, retest it as support, and then go on from there. But yeah, I think it's nice to take a step back, look at these charts on the weekly time frame. Even we could look at this on the monthly time frame. The RSI lines kind of get screwed up, but they hold up with the monthly candles. And so, yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens with this over the next week, coming weeks, the end of the year, especially just, because I like the stock. And so I think I've been doing this for 15 seconds away from being an hour. So yeah, I think I might, let's see. I think I might close that down. So, if you enjoyed this stream, if you got something out of it, drop a like. I don't think anybody was really watching live. I didn't get anything in the live chat. But hopefully this is valuable to you. I definitely set some alerts for myself that I think might be helpful. But, we'll see what happens. And this is fun. So I'll do this again next Sunday. And yeah, let me know if you have any ticker requests in the comments, since nobody did in the live chat. And I will see you guys next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, as you can see there. And I'll probably put out some videos on just like some short technical analysis, because, I think that is probably more easy to watch quickly than, participate in this whole live stream. But yeah, this live stream is just kind of easy for me to do, good for me to get ready for the week, and hopefully entertaining, fun for you. And yeah, I will close this down, and I will see you all, if any of you are still here, next week. All right. Thanks a lot for watching.